There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match me.
My name is Nassim the Dream. I'm a 15-year amateur boxer, giving my views and opinions on everything boxing related. I'm here to give you guys consistent, reliable, unbiased commentary. Boxing is my passion, slaying trolls is my hobby. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yordenis Ugas and Terrence Crawford take shots at each other. Yordenis Ugas first replied saying, "Hey man, stop attacking Errol Spence because he's not fighting whoever you want. He's a champ and I'm fighting another champ from his company." Crawford was top ranked, now he's a free agent and available. Terrence Crawford, he made a cryptic message and said, "There's a lot of puppets around here. I see. Guess I got to be the puppet master." So, Terrence Crawford, I guess he's shooting back at Yordenis Ugas for those comments. He seems to think that, he's being ducked and this and that and so forth. Yordenis Ugas, he's not a cherry pick. That's what a lot of people seem to think. He beat Manny Pacquiao. He beat Abel Ramos, Omar Figueroa. He had a very competitive, close fight with Sean Porter. He's fought some good names throughout his career, but the fact that he has 4 losses on his career, and one of those was controversial, they seem to think he's a cherry pick. But those losses, 3 losses, were early in his career, and Yordenis Ugas has gotten a lot better as a fighter. Errol Spence has originally said that he wanted to unify the division. He said that he wanted to fight Yordenis Ugas, then Terrence Crawford. And he and Yordenis Ugas was originally supposed to fight before the WBA. They came with a mini tournament. They stopped the fight. But luckily, Yordenis Ugas' mandatory Stanionis agreed to step aside and fight Butiev instead. And now we can see Yordenis Ugas versus Errol Spence for a unification match for the WBA title, the WBC title, and the IBF title. That's a 3-belt unification. So how is that a cherry pick? That sounds absolutely ridiculous and delusional. Terrence Crawford, who knows what he's going to be doing while waiting for this match? I think he should call PBC and try to get a fight deal with them. That way he can fight the winner of Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas, because both of those fighters are PBC fighters. And he should try to fight Jaron Ennis, since Jaron Ennis has worked with Showtime and PBC. And, keep a stay busy fight. He said that he wanted to fight Keith Thurman in the summertime, possibly. But that's at question, because we don't know if Keith Thurman's going to be able to beat Mario Barrios. And we don't know if Terrence Crawford's willing to wait that long in the summertime. Terrence Crawford, I really like him as a fighter. He's one of the most skilled fighters I've seen in this generation. He's one of those one-generational talents, but his ego is just so ridiculous, man. We could have been saw Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence if not for Terrence Crawford's ego. At first, it was, Bob Arum, he couldn't make the fight. Bob Arum, he was blocking everything. But now when he's finally had a chance to make the fight, all we've seen is Terrence Crawford like, "I'm not taking no 40 split. I want 50-50 or 70-30. Like, are you serious, man? You did horrible pay-per-view numbers all throughout your time with ESPN. And even at your highest 190,000 pay-per-view buys against Sean Porter, Errol Spence did 325 pay-per-views against the same opponents. So this tells you that Errol Spence is the bigger star in the ring. Terrence Crawford, I really hope he learns some humility and learns to accept the fact that, there are fighters on his level, but with him, he seems to think that if he takes a lesser split, then he is the lesser man in the ring, and that's just simply not the case. We're going to respect Terrence Crawford even more if he just goes to the fight with the winner of Yordenis Ugas versus Errol Spence. Like I said, Yordenis Ugas versus Errol Spence is not a cherry pick. Yordenis Ugas is a very skilled fighter, and the chance that Errol Spence can lose to Yordenis Ugas, vice versa. It's a very, very competitive fight between 2 very skilled fighters. Yordenis Ugas, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford are 3 top fighters in that division. So why can't one of them fight? It's not ducking a fight, it's making a unification fight. I'm really glad to see Yordenis Ugas get his shot, because Yordenis Ugas is already 35. And if he had fought in the mini tournament, he would have not been able to fight Errol Spence until probably 2023, and he'd have been like 36 or 37, and he'd have been clearly out of his prime. So, I'm glad this fight is happening, though. I hope that Terrence Crawford takes a fight with Jaron Ennis or Virgil Ortiz is mandatory. Take a stay busy fight, and then we can hopefully see the winner of Yordenis Ugas versus Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford finally fight. It will be for undisputed at 147 pounds. There hasn't been a 147-pound champion since Zab Judah. It'd be historic, and it's a fight that the fans would love to see. I would love to see. It's a fight between a lot of skilled fighters at 147-pound division, because the 147-pound division is one of the most skilled divisions in the sport of boxing. So I really hope that Terrence Crawford learns to swallow his ego, and we guys fight the best. You know, that's all we want to see in the sport of boxing. But this is my take on it though. But to wrap this up, this is not Seeing the Dream. Rocking Serious and Next Day to Sleep. I'll holler at y'all with another one. Peace.